So main event, UFC 288, bantamweight title on the line, Aljamain Sterling versus Triple C Henry Cejudo, and a lot of nervous tension and energy in the arena. And it's just crazy when you know a title could change hands. Whew. Big fight right here. Big fight, bro. Big fight, man. Whew. Herb Dean got the nod. Here we go. Woo. Yeah, Aljo's wasting no time. A lot of activity and movement from Sterling. Yeah. Okay, Aljo. Boy, a definite height difference, right? You know Henry Cejudo's a shorter guy, but he's got a lot of power. Guy you got to be careful with. Aljo came out aggressive. He's kind of slowing down a little bit now. Kind of being patient. Switching his stance. But continuing to come forward on Henry. Come on, Aljamain. And they get into the clinch. Now Cejudo gets top position on Aljo. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now Aljo's got his back up against the fence. And trying to remain calm here. Now Cejudo turns him back off the fence. He's got a little space to work with now. Boy, now Henry's underneath. Aljo was working to get out. Yeah, so Cejudo's got it locked in pretty good. Now Aljo kind of gets it off, but Aljo can't get up just yet. And now Aljo gets back to his feet. Okay. And the crowd likes it. Now you're going to see Aljo go to work because he doesn't want to go back to the ground. He wants to get in here and get this thing finished. Now Cejudo ties him up once again. And now we'll see if Aljo learns from the first time as he digs one underhook. Both guys got an underhook. Now Aljo spins him. But Henry gets the back once again. Okay, Aljo gets out. He stands up and now he pins Henry against the fence. 90 seconds left, round one. A lot of strategy involved here. Now the crowd chanting Henry. Yeah, it's crazy because Aljo's the local fighter, right? One state over in New York. But it will be interesting if Cejudo won just because of the situation and 3 belts. And now Aljo gets a takedown of Henry. Now he's looking to take the back of Cejudo. Ooh. It lands a nice knee to the body. Wow, only the second takedown ever of Henry Cejudo. That's big for Aljo. Oh, man. Aljo's got the back. Look at this. But just 20 seconds left, unfortunately. And that's a tap. So now Aljo's just going to start punching from behind. Ooh, he's going to drive a knee right to the thigh. And another one. And a big left at the bell. And the crowd's loving that, man. Oh, my gosh. Nice finish to round one. Nice gateway to round two for sure. Now you got Henry Cejudo spinning around, looking at his coaches outside the fence as they send in 3 guys to work on him. Now in Aljamain's corner, he's standing up. And they're putting some ice on his neck, so hopefully there's no pain up there. But he looks calm. He's not breathing very hard. That's a good thing. And they're telling Aljo to keep the range. In other words, work the jab, the leg kicks, keep the distance. But it's Aljo who's been pressing forward on Henry and finally started to figure it out there at the end of the first round, the last minute or so, as he took the back. Round 2 underway. And it's just crazy. You watch all these fights, man, week to week. 50, 60 fights, and then it's just a different story when there's a title on the line. Because any type of finish, it's just bigger implications. It's wild. When Aljo comes in, look for a takedown. Henry shoves him off. Now Henry lands a right. Ooh, nice left by Sterling. Ooh, when he catches Henry, catches the leg, drops it. Takes a right from Henry, though, at the same time. A lot of feinting going on by Cejudo. This is why Aljo's corner is telling him to keep the range, keep the distance, use the jab. Now Cejudo goes in for a takedown. He can't get it. And another knee to the body by Sterling. And to me, Aljo looks comfortable. Dang. Sterling doing a much better job here in round 2. Almost makes a mistake there going for a takedown as he slips. Both guys recover. Sterling's winning this fight at distance. So I understand what his coaches are saying now for sure. Yeah. Lands another jab. Get out of the corner. Come on, Aljo. Work the outside, baby. Let's go. Cejudo landed some leg kicks, kind of keeping Aljo off balanced. A lot of nervous energy. A lot of nervous energy. High level striking, high leg kicks, everything. Takedowns, takedown defense. So what you would expect in a bantamweight title fight. Oh, spinning elbow by Aljo. Both guys trade leg kicks. Right. And I'm thinking the same thing as DC was just saying, is that it kind of looks like Bilal versus Burns in the last fight. Bilal causing confusion, setting the pace. Aljo's doing the same thing, just not to the same degree. So he's not clearly winning, but to me, he's winning. And so Henry has really struggled to get the takedown like he did in round one. And I guess we're going to have to get into these stats, you know. Sterling leads by 5 significant strikes in this round. Oh, big right by Henry. Scramble. Boy, and right at the bell, it looked like Henry was going to take the back, but we just don't know. So 2 rounds done. Bantamweight title on the line. And you bring the stool out, but Aljo's going to stand. Yeah, and I don't think anyone's in better shape than Aljamain Sterling. I mean, this guy's not even breathing hard. Like, everybody's at least breathing. I mean, Aljo's just standing in the corner. He's chilling. So he's in tremendous shape. And now with the layoff of Cejudo, you know, how's the endurance? I mean, because when you're training and you're fighting and you're training and you're fighting, you're in a groove. And over the last 2 years, he's not in that same groove. But of course, he prepared well for the fight. But will the endurance of Aljo take over here toward or as this fight goes on? You're just going to look faster and faster. Round 3 underway. And as we get into the stats a little bit here in round 3, you know, we'll see what happens. Still can get a finish. But we got to start looking at the stats. 48-27 Sterling in significant strikes. So just outpacing Cejudo. Oh, and now Henry gets the back a little. They're both facing each other, but Henry does have the back. Oh, and he's underneath. Aljamain gets out of that. But Aljamain ducked his head. That was a bad idea. And Henry Cejudo took full advantage. Now both guys are striking to the body. And Sterling gets out of it. And some good leg kicks. Let's go, Aljo. Let's go, baby. And Aljo's a guy I like. Just because I told him about, tried to tell you about him a long time ago. I thought he could beat Henry Cejudo back then. Would have been a lot harder than now, though. But and anything's still possible. But should Aljamain go on to win this fight, could be one of the best ever in the bantamweight division. But he's still got to get through this. And a nice scramble on the feet. Oh, and Aljamain gets a takedown of Cejudo. Now steps a leg over. Now Henry fighting the hands. Now Henry will stand back up. The crowd likes it. Oh. And I thought Henry grabbed the fence. Halfway through this fight, should it go the distance? And how Alja is leaning up against Henry. Henry's back is to the fence. And a lot of maneuvering going on here, but Aljo clearly slowing it down a little bit. 58-28 significant strikes, so he's having his way. 3 takedowns compared to 1 for Cejudo. Over 3 minutes of control time to 2:30 for Cejudo. So Aljo holding his own in all areas, but especially the striking. And head strikes 20-8. Yeah, no, so Henry just really applying a lot of pressure to the back. He's got the grip around the body from behind. But now Aljo trying to get up. And he works his way back and gets free again. So a nice little move there. He's done it twice. Back to the feet, 45 seconds left. Still doesn't look tired. Sterling led in every round easily in significant strikes. The closest one was round 2, 6. This one he's up by 12 or 13. And you just hope the refs are seeing what the numbers show. Now Cejudo with a takedown. Cejudo on top here, but it'll be short-lived. And a lot of scrambles and striking, man. Total strikes 109-68. A lot of activity, 64-33 in significant strikes. And both guys over 3 minutes of control time. 2 takedowns for Cejudo, 3 for Sterling. Just a great bantamweight title fight. And Cejudo sitting down, breathing hard. And these 2 rounds will be critical. And remember when he fought Petr Yan, Piotr might have been, or maybe I'm mixing that fight up. I wanted to say Aljo came on strong at the end, but it might have been the opposite. But these next 2 rounds are critical for both guys, and Cejudo looks way more tired. Breathing hard. While Aljo just stands up in the corner, he's good. He's bouncing around. And what's going through their head right now? Sterling thinking about, come on, we just got to keep it, keep pressing. Cejudo a little more nervous look, like I might, this isn't going my way or the way I wanted to. I'm going to need to make something happen. $29-28 Cejudo, 30-27 Sterling. People weighing in on Twitter. Cejudo 29-28. So, all over the place, really. Sterling pressing forward now with the jabs and the kicks. Cejudo returns a kick. Now he's coming forward. And both guys just trading leg kicks. Come on, Sterling, better get it going, man. Can't be relaxing in round 4. Give Henry some confidence. You don't want that. Henry lands a left and a right. Ooh, now Sterling walked into a knee with his head down. Just when I thought Henry was tired, he's picking it up a little bit. Hey. 50-21 in head strikes for Sterling. Now Henry just controlling Sterling up against the fence. Sterling swings out of it. 2:30 left, round 4. Oh. Boy, Henry's starting to get his range. Aljo better be careful. Now crowd chanting Henry. And for some reason, Sterling's never been that big name guy. The guy that's universally liked for some reason. It's just a weird thing. But if you can get this one here against Cejudo, if you can go on to beat O'Malley, then maybe. It's almost like people want to see Aljo lose. Now Aljo lands a big right as he tries to walk down Cejudo. Cejudo catches the left leg with a minute left here in round 4. Ooh. Oh. No, it's a headlock, basically. Sterling grabbing at the right leg. And he's just in a lunge position with Henry. Got to be careful here. Good job, Aljo. Aljo ends up getting a takedown. As Henry was like in a full split trying to prevent it, but he couldn't. Best round so far in terms of it being competitive on both sides. 94-46 Sterling in significant strikes. 150-78 total strikes. 30-13 head strikes. And 3:45 versus 4 minutes of control for Cejudo. And Henry taking a seat on the stool. Aljo standing, and Cejudo's corner just said 3-1 or 2-2. I just don't know who they were referring to 3-1. So they're saying, oh, they're thinking Aljo needs a round. I don't know about that. Aljamain's corner being more realistic, saying His only way is desperation. Alerting Aljo, be careful. You gotta fight. You gotta fight, but be careful. Here we go, 5th round, man. It's wild. Long pay-per-view card tonight, that's for sure. Yep. Let's move around, Aljo. Let's move around. Still got to fight, though. You still got to fight to win the round, I think. Because you don't know. Can't assume you're up 3-1. Not much contact here between these guys. Both guys squared up. But there's a leg kick by Henry to start it. Aljo returns a left leg to the head. Touches him again in the body. Both partially blocked by Cejudo, though. And Aljo misses with a big right. Both corners yelling at their guys. And I don't know if they hear anything they're saying. Now Cejudo is the one that's applying the pressure. Oh, spinning back kick by Aljo. Cejudo fainting, then looking for a takedown. It didn't work. Oh, nice left by Aljo. God, I would love to see Aljo get the finish. Come on. Come on, Aljo. Touch him with the jab. Gotta fight here. Now Aljo defending the takedown. He takes a big right midway through this round. A lot of time left. A lot of time. And to me, Sterling's being too careful. He's being too careful. You get 2 judges that say 2-2. And you could have a problem on your hands. Nice left by Sterling. Now Aljo goes in for the takedown. Why? Put himself in a bad position, but Henry shoves him off, so that'll work. Now Sterling up to a nearly 6-1 favorite in fight odds. That's crazy. Yeah, and Sterling's led in every round easily by 13, 17, 7, and 6. So in every round, Sterling's led in significant strikes. And that's usually a big factor in determining fights. Here we go, final minute. Expect things to pick up here. Oh, and Henry gets a takedown here at the end. And Aljo gives up the back. Why would you give up the back? See, and that's an error because you're just trying to get up and panicking. Now you're giving Henry the back with 30 seconds left. Now Sterling trying to unlock the hands. 15 seconds. And Cejudo's looking at the clock. He's got to go for something here. Yeah, and Sterling spins back around. So much better shape here at the end of the fight. And both guys emptying it out a little bit. And that'll do it. They get a round of applause. So not the best pay-per-view main card in terms of finishes, but some great fights. Some great fights. Bilal Muhammad, Gilbert Burns. Bilal just broke him down. Evloev was taking the distance against Lopez, I mean. But now, more importantly, you got Aljamain. Aljamain Sterling going the distance with Henry Cejudo. We're waiting on the decision, but it's 110 to 63 in significant strikes. 174 to 110 in total strikes. Head strikes 37 to 19. Aljo had 4 takedowns. Henry had 3. Both guys, well, Sterling 4 minutes of control. Cejudo 5 minutes of control. But even in those control situations, both guys did a good job. Kind of seemed even. But Aljamain on the feet dominated Cejudo. Dominated. And you get to look at the replays here. Some takedowns. Never really a shot where a guy was in a lot of trouble. So, I mean, it was a pretty good fight. I mean, don't want to say even because Sterling dominated, but still a great bantamweight fight. Both these guys worked their way into the center of the octagon. We're gonna get the tense moments from Bruce Buffer when you have a decision. And here we go. If this is in any way a split decision, I'll lose my mind. Because it should be pretty easy. At least 3-2, if not 4-1. 5-0. Here we go. 48-47 Cejudo. 48-47 Sterling. Wow. This is ridiculous. 48-47. They're going to rob him. And still. Yes. Woo-hoo-hoo. That should not have been a split decision, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That should not have been a split decision. Unbelievable. Joe Rogan talking to Sterling now. Great fight. Fans booing a little bit, but I mean, you look at these numbers, it's not even close. Sterling led in every round by significant strikes. You know? But at the end of the day, at least the judges got it right. 48-47. So you had 2 judges that were 3-1. Remember when I told you have 2 judges that are 2-2? So Sterling takes round 5 off or just stays out of trouble and loses the round, it could be trouble. Maybe that's what caused a split decision, but Aljamain Sterling holds on to the belt, man. Great fight. He's going to move to 23-5. Now he calls out Sean O'Malley. Oh, and Sean's in the crowd, baby. Let's go. That's the fight right there. That's the fight. Yes, I love it. That's the fight. Anyway, listen. Over and out. You understand? Aljamain Sterling versus Sugar Sean O'Malley's got to be next. But great fight here by Aljamain Sterling. Should have been unanimous. But he keeps the title. Bantamweight division, UFC 288.